talking about how to improve KD and win rate. Let's get straight into the video. Well, KD is kill to death ratio. The easiest way to get a higher KD is to play with people higher than your skill level, because you get carried and you learn from them playing. First of all is determining your team. Well, if you're a KD of 1 or 2 KD, right? And to track your KD, it's Fortnite tracker. You just enter your epic name. So if you're 1 or 2 KD, and just don't land at hotspots, because hotspots are like 5 teams go there, and if you're a 1 KD, that's a 1 in 5 chance that you're gonna be surviving. So if you go to these passive spots like haunted, junkyard, motel, risky, lonely, RV park, lucky, flush, all the stuff on the outskirts of the map, like, you have more of a higher chance of surviving because there's not going to be no people there. You're going to get your shield, you're going to get your mats, you're going to get your weapons, and then you're going to go from there. There's no like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fight some team and then I'm gonna lose 1 team member in the process, have no mats, have no shield. Like a lot of people on the leaderboard, they go passive. That means they land passive where there's no one there, and then they go aggressive because they know that the whole team is gonna be there up. They could, I'd rather have a 3v4 than on my own team have a 4-on-4. You have so much of a chance of surviving. So improving your KD, like, first of all, if you're a 1 and stuff, I recommend doing double heals. That means bandages and shields, and then 3 weapons, right? But when you get increase, when your KD increases and you feel more comfortable in the game, then you do 5 weapons and 1 heal. It's always good to have heals on you, because what I've learned in a fight, that I never pop bandages. I always use minis. Alright, if I do have time to heal, I ask some of my teammates to drop some bandages, and usually one person from a team always have bandages. I know that. So I improved my KD just by practicing getting comfortable on my weapons. And then another thing that's really good is when you're in a building and some guy's pushing in. This is a 3rd-person peek. Right when you see him, boom. Only peek. Every time you peek, you just do damage. So going to that, the average probably KD is probably in Fortnite is probably like a 1.5, 1.6. It doesn't make sense, but when you win your games, the game counts as you're not dying. That's why some people have really high win rates. And when they're always fighting and stuff, like, you just gotta play it really smart. Always try to get high grounds. That's really important. And then you need to do call outs for your team so they can know where to go. Because if they're like 340 or something, and you can't tell your teammates that if you're not you can't do a call out if you're not saying anything or not paying attention. You always try to get high grounds every fight. You need to know when to push back and when to go aggressive. Like, when to push back is like when the storm's coming, is doing it's about to do 2 damage, or that the teammate can't go down because you don't have no bandages to get them left when a storm hits. Like, it's all this stuff that you really gotta pay attention to. And another thing that I've always been doing in Fortnite is that I go for cleanups. I let those last team fight. If it's in the middle of the game, I'm gonna let those last 2 people or even a team fight, and then I'm gonna go for a cleanup. Wait for everyone to die, and then if it's a huge fight, like if there's a lot more people, then like if I'm with a 4-man and there's like a 3 and a 4 fighting, I'm gonna help the larger number, and it's kind of hard to tell who's winning that fight. Really hard to tell, but what I always do, I assume the people on the high grounds are winning, because they usually are. Or the one that has RPG. One of those two. And just, you know, like don't do double heals unless you get really comfortable. Always have mats on you because you never want to run out of mats. What else we're not talking about? Huh. Be a team player. Like when your teammate goes down, like I always try to box him up real quick. Because if you box him up, like his odds of dying is really slim. If they're in the middle of a fight, they're not going to stop what you're doing. I mean, some people might actually do that if they have like clingers or explosives or scars or something. You know, they might thirst your teammate. Thirst is another word for a kill. It's pretty juicy. And towards the middle of the game, oh nice, new game mode. Cool. Towards the middle of the game, like we always do is like there's this 100% accuracy stuff, like you could do. You see that red arrow? Like look. That's what people do. Like, it's so hard to get hit when you're doing that. That's what a lot of pros do. I would crouch and do that. Another thing is for the subs, the sub machine gun and the pump or shotgun meta. It's the best weapon to use, and that always. Best weapon is a drum gun and a gold heavy rifle if you're good with it. I mean heavy shotgun. How to boost win rate is like you just gotta know your team. You gotta get comfortable that you play with. What I always do is I try to join because that you're not gonna be screwing around like kids do. You're gonna screw around like kids do. You gotta you always try to Fortnite tracker them because you don't know who you're playing with. Like you don't know who to carry or something. If you're playing with really bad people, like just go passive. Like you don't have to go. A lot of people in Fortnite get this confused, mess up with COD. It's not COD. You don't go for kills all the time. But yeah, if you're trying to get better at Fortnite, yeah. Go for kills. Don't even go for wins. As Ninja said it, don't even start landing at aggressive spots. As you get more comfortable, then start going for the wins. Oh wow. Go more for wins. So like, if you're going for a win, just land passive. But if you're gonna go for kills, go aggressive. I've seen a lot of people be really, really good at Fortnite. A lot of people, 3s and 4 and 5 KDs, but they don't know how to get wins. I don't want to join these people's games if they can't even. We play for 3 hours, and I'm just, oh yeah, I got no wins, but I just got a little bit of experience at it. I'm not like that. I'm not that type of player. Like I want to get some wins, you know. So just. It's like, go for wins if you're trying to get... Wow, is this kid that dumb? Are you kidding me? And that's what happens when you don't box your teammates up right there. Wow, that was so stupid. So, what was I at? You just gotta be a really good team player. You gotta know your team before you play. And if you're a team that has 1 and 2s, don't land in any aggressive spots. Start landing passive. The best strategy that I used to do, I used to get 13 win streaks, is you split up. One person go junkyard, two junkyard, 1 motel, and 1 haunted. And then you guys meet up right at the tiki head when you guys are done looting. And you make sure there's any people going there. And then if there is people going there, you just go to the other place where no one lands at, because you want to have your full team up before you go into that last end game. So another thing that's really important is like you just gotta you could die playing too passive, you could die playing too aggressive. You have to find that right sweet spot. You died too passive because you use all your mats and you get tagged twice, 2 or 3 times because you don't have, and then you don't have no shields. You play too aggressive, you lose all your mats. You get 5 teams shooting at you at the same time, and you get pinched. Pinched is when 2 people, or when another team comes up behind you, and then another team's in front of you. That's a really, really good way to die. A lot of teams die like that. There's one way. And what I try to do, if I'm in a team, I try okay, who's gonna be stacking? Someone get this RPG. Whoever can stack it. Like I like to have someone have explosives, someone have a sniper rifle, someone have bandages with shields, and then I that other person that's can stack a thermal or something else. I like to have not just short and medium range, for long range weapons, just in case. Who knows if it's gonna land on a mountain or not. You gotta know your circle too, and you always gotta have mats, bouncers, and if anything happens, you can get out of a situation. So in that end game, right when those last 2 people are fighting, you're gonna watch. Even if you're doing a solo, you watch the fight. If that guy's losing really hard, help the losing side. Make him weaker. If they both got full shields and 100 health, that's 200 total. If that guy doesn't get hit one time, that guy did not help you at all trying to kill the guy. So you're gonna at least hit him 4 or 5 times if you can. And with those subs, what I always try to do, wood is not the best resource to use anymore. So I mine stone and metal. But I still have, I do 800 wood, 200 stone, and 200 metal. That's what I always like to do. And depending on the situation, if I have a full squad up, I do double stairs, and double walls. Because people are gonna shoot more of that down. They're gonna be more focused on you than me because it's a bigger structure. It's a bigger structure. So. You just gotta learn how you're building, and when you have higher sensitivity, the higher sensitivity you have, the more hard it is for you to hit with shotguns, hit subs, but you're gonna be a faster builder. If you're a low sensitivity, you're gonna have a good accuracy with AR, pump, submachine gun, and you're gonna get more and more kills. But you're gonna build a little slower. I have a 5 sensitivity. The only thing I can't do is sometimes I can't put a wall behind me, and sometimes in places, or I can't really edit the back wall or something towards my back. I have really none of a problem. I'm so used to having a 5 sensitivity. So that's really it, guys. Pretty much the biggest thing I can tell you is just run 4 weapons and 1 heal. Try not and if you're a default skin, it's easier. It's really easier to win the game because people judge you to be easier. Another thing is that you have to stick with your team. Don't go lone wolfing. Don't go lone wolfing out and just oh yeah, I'm gonna go push this team on my own. I never push the team on my own unless I got double RPG and 2,000 mats, and I usually never have that. It's never a good idea to push teams on solo. If you're one solo dude, you just gotta always learn to play aggressive, passive, and neutral. In that storm, first circle, you can't run faster than it. The storm, first storm, second storm, you can't run faster than it, depending on if you're on the slow side. In the third circle, you can run faster than it, and so 4, you can run faster than fourth circle. So yeah, that's pretty much the video right there. You just gotta and then another thing is what I used to do is for my first 100 wins, I used to join these people that had over 500 wins, and I used to say, oh yeah dude, I got 500 wins, you can invite me. I didn't have 500 wins. I got carried my first few hundred wins. I gained so much experience from that. I had a good starting point than if I didn't do that. And another thing is you could always practice. Like you can always go into playground and always practice building. That's another thing to get you really strong. Or 1v1 friends, or go on people's posts and be like, yeah, I'm gonna join that guy's post, and then I'm just gonna go practice some stuff that I need trouble on for building. Because you need to learn, like, you always gotta, like, stairs and walls are not the best. You gotta do ceiling, stair, wall, ceiling, stair, wall, ceiling, stair, wall. Like, it's that easy. And then be comfortable, then you put that, that extra stair right there. Like Tifu does. Well, guys, that was the end of the video. You know, just keep practicing with your KD and you'll get a good higher win percentage. Just don't screw around. Know what to do. Take it seriously. Stick with your team. Do callouts. High elevation, low elevation, and then number for 300 or 302, 170. It's on the top of your screen. And that's really all of it. That's the end of the video. I hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am. And peace.